Good morning, my dear students. Now, today we're going to start with a new lesson, and the name of the chapter is The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Hamelin is a small town in Germany, and it's famous for the legend of the Pied Piper. Now, no one knows, if the story is true or not, but many people they go and visit Hamelin to see the beautiful old town where the Pied Piper was believed to have walked more than 700 years ago in 1284. Now the story here starts, in Hamelin. Now this place Hamelin, it had a problem, and the problem was rats. They were everywhere. Okay, now the mayor of Hamelin, the mayor, do you know who's the mayor? A mayor is a person who is chosen by the people of that place to look after the needs of a town or a city and to solve its problems. It's like a leader. Okay, for example, a teacher in a classroom. Okay, the teacher has to look after the students. The teacher has many responsibilities. So in the same way, a mayor is also like a teacher. He has to look over the people of that particular place. Okay. Now here, what happened? Now the mayor of Hamelin, he paid people to catch the rats. But because there were just too many rats, nobody could ever get rid of the rats from that place. What would these rats do? They would eat the food in the kitchen. They crawl over when people were sleeping. The mayor was very worried about this. It caused a huge problem, a big problem for all the people living in Hamelin. So what happened? The people, they got very angry. They told the mayor, "You have to do something about the rats, or else we are going to choose a new mayor." Now, on hearing this, the mayor, what did he do? He was afraid. He did not want to lose his job. So what did he do? He said, "Okay, I'll try to get anybody. I'll try to give money to anybody who can get rid of the rats." Now, luckily, one day, a strange person arrived in Hamelin. Now, this strange person that arrived in Hamelin, he was a tall and a thin man. He had a long and serious face. He wore a coat of many colors and a tall red hat. And in his hand, he was holding a pipe. Now, this man, he went straight away to the mayor to talk to the mayor. Okay? Now the mayor asked, he said, "Who are you? I've not seen you around here." So this stranger replied, he said, "My name is Pied Piper. I have been hearing that you have a problem with the rats." He said, "I will get rid of all the rats for you, but in return you have to pay me 500 gold coins." Now here the mayor, he was amazed. He said, "How can you do that? Nobody has ever done that. So do you think you could do it? Are you sure you could do that?" The Pied Piper said, "You just have to wait and see. But first you have to promise me." So the mayor, since he wanted to get rid of all the rats, he promised to pay the Pied Piper 500 gold coins if the Pied Piper get rid of all the rats in the town. Now, after talking to the mayor, the Pied Piper, he lifted his pipe and he started blowing on the pipe. Okay, now a strange music came out from the pipe. Now as this pipe piper was walking, hundreds and hundreds of rats and mice came running out of the houses, jumping out of the windows, tumbling down the steps and falling over one another. Big rats, little rats, fat rats, thin rats, they all rushed to gather around the strange piper. So as these rats, they followed him. They followed the pipe piper. Okay? The pipe piper went out of the town towards the river, and he stopped at the riverbank. Now, what happened to the rats? These rats, they rushed past him and they fell into the water. Because the water had strong current, okay, it swept them away to the other side of the river. Now, all these rats, they came out from Hamelin, and all of these rats were carried away by the water. Now here, okay, after the pipe piper did this, the people of Hamelin, they were very happy. They were overjoyed, okay? They were shouting, they were laughing, they were so happy that there were no more rats in town. So, let's see what happens next. So after this, the pipe piper went to meet the mayor. Okay? He went to meet with the mayor and he asked the mayor. He said, now since I got rid of all the rats for you, please give me my 500 gold coins. On hearing this, the mayor replied. He said, are you insane? Have you gone mad? You were playing your pipe just for a few minutes and you think I'm going to give you 500 gold coins for that? He said, no way. Take these 50 gold coins and leave. And the people of Hamelin, what they did? They were all laughing at the pipe piper. Now the pipe piper, he felt very angry. And still he requested the mayor to give him the money. But the mayor did not give him 500 gold coins. He gave the piper only 50 gold coins. So the pipe piper became very angry and he said, I'm not going to take your money. So what did he do? Let's find out. As the piper was very angry, he took out his pipe and he blew again. Okay, and this time another strange music came out of the pipe. But as he walked on the road towards, okay, he was walking on the road. Now all the children of that town, they came out. They came out and they were jumping and singing. They were so happy and they started following the pipe piper. Now the pipe piper, he walked out of town. Okay? As he walked with the children, what happened? What do you think happened? They kept on following the piper. He walked out of town and he went up on a hill. Now on top of that hill there was a big cave. And the piper, he went inside the cave and these children, they all followed him. But there was one boy, okay? One boy who was not, he could not walk properly because his leg was hurt. So, he was not able to catch up with the other children. Okay, he was walking very slowly. Now he could see that the piper entered the cave and all these children entered they entered the cave with the piper. After they entered the cave, the door of the cave, it closed. Okay? So on seeing this, what did the boy do? He felt so unhappy because he wanted to follow the piper as well. So what did he do? He returned back to the town and he told his parents and everyone in the town what happened to all the children. He told them that all the children, all his friends, they followed the piper inside the cave and there was no one to be found. Okay, there was no one, nowhere to be found. So this is how the story ends in this chapter. Okay. Now, what does the story teach us? It teaches us that once we make a promise to someone, we should always keep our promise. We should never lie. Okay, if you promise your parents to be good, you have to be good. You can't break their promise. So in the same way here, what happened? The mayor, he broke his promise. He had promised the piper to give him 500 gold coins, but instead he changed his mind and he offered the piper only 50 gold coins. Because of this, the piper was very angry, and that's why instead of taking anything else, he took all the children away from the village. Now, what happened in the end was that all the people in this town, they all started crying. Why? Because they all missed their children. They wanted their kids back. But there is no place to be found. Okay? These children were gone. The piper was gone. And who can they blame? They blame the mayor for doing all this. So what we can learn from the story is that when we make a promise to someone, we should never break it. So thank you so much, dear children, for listening and for looking at these pictures, okay, from the story. I hope you understand the story. Now, in the next class, I'm going to give you question answers and please answer the questions. Copy it down in your exercise book and have a nice day.